Address the prompt.
Yep, it's actually your turn, Jeffo. Go ahead.
All right. So the question is, do immigrant parents put their children in harm's way trying to get close to whiteness? No, they don't do that. So to piggyback on what Landry said, also is even the ones that Black Americans consider lames, like the ones that do their work in school, the ones that join the band, like some of those are considered lames. So those are the ones that we don't mind to hang with. Like, not saying that is good or bad, but like they don't get in trouble. Just stay out of trouble. That's all our immigrant parents preach to us. Stay out of trouble. That's it. The ones that are considered lames, the ones that's in the band, the ones that get straight A's, they considered lames in most schools.
So no
You guys
stay
know that,
away
right?
from the Okada, no stay
It's
away
not
from
about
the
color.
Yankee.
No,
So
love. It's not.
that
It's
that don't
never about the
exist.
colors.
Okay.
It's always about the ones that's getting A's. So the ones that's getting A's and B's in schools, the ones that's graduating, those not are not the cool kids in schools. And most schools, I'm speaking for South Florida, they're not considered the cool kids. You know who are the cool kids? The football players, the game bangers. Yeah, those are the cool kids. So our parents preach to us, stay away from those. Get closer to the good kids. The ones that's going to college, the ones that's going to HBCUs, the ones that get straight A's, the ones that sit in the front of the class, the ones that don't disturb the class, the ones that go to every class, the ones that don't skip school. Okay, that's it. It's not about color. It's about morals, like Landry said.
Okay, hold on. But y'all think Black Americans don't have morals? Y'all think Black
No, there's a lot
Americans?
of Black Americans
No,
I love.
I didn't sit up here and listen to it too many times for it not to be a thing. And you ain't gonna be able to sit here and tell me that it's not a thing in the immigrant community. Black
Love.
Americans are looked at
There's
as
some Haitians.
the people to stay away from. So if you
Love.
want to
There's
sit
some
up here and
Haitians.
make believe that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, and we haven't
Oh, I
had
never said that,
hold
love.
on, and we haven't had people, immigrant after immigrant after immigrant after immigrant, tell us that we powerless. This the white man country. White people is not bad people, and we are the bottom of the barrel. You sadly mistaken. I have a good memory, and it's
No,
definitely
love.
recorded. So it is a thing in all immigrant communities. We looked at
No.
it as the people to stay away
Even
from. Yes.
love,
So
love.
everything
Even
you saying
Haitians.
about school, hold on, everything you saying about kids not skipping school and blah blah blah, people, those are all stereotypes that we hear about black people. So don't make no mistake.
Right.
We can read
There's
between the
Haitian kids my
lines.
parents don't allow me to hang with too when I was a kid.
No,
It's
let me
not
ask
So
you
is that
something
color.
why
It's
else.
not
y'all
a
got
step.
words for us like Yankee, Akata,
I don't even know
Jareer?
what an
Is
Akata
that
is,
words,
love.
your families tell y'all to
I
stay
I
away
know
from
what a
the
Yankee is
Akata,
for
stay
sure,
away
but
from the
But
Jareer,
y'all do
the
come over
Yankee?
here and immigrants.
love, like I did say, even the ones we're speaking about the ones that are considered lames. That's who our parents prefer us to hang with. The ones that are considered lame, the ones that get straight A's, the ones that join the band, the ones that's going to college, they're considered lame in the Black American community. To some people, not all. To some
Our
people, and
kids
like I
play in the
said,
band. Our kids are band members. Our
okay,
kids
but do you
play
know? Do you
instruments.
know in the
Our
inner
kids
city?
play sports. So why
My
Right,
is
but
that?
son is a
Why is
straight
that?
A student.
right. So Miss Netta, like
My
I
son
said,
ain't a straight A,
not
but
to
he
all.
definitely get B's.
Right, like
Yeah.
I
The
said, not to all,
the
but to
point is
some
we
people.
don't think, don't give me the all and the some, okay? We are proud of our children when they are students, student athletes, band members, and all those other things. Lame you're talking about is probably a peer saying, oh, he lame. That doesn't mean that the world is about to end, fall, or drop. So that no, I'm not going for that.
You don't believe that some kids that get straight A's and B's that's go to class that come to school with their book bags are considered a blame?
Hey, bro, do you
I just
realize
told you.
the ones who gave you your freedom to come over here was actually the thugs? Those was the ones out in the street throwing rocks back in the sixties, causing trouble,
Thank you.
rebelling, so
John,
your
and we
kids
need
can
to
come over
learn
here,
that, bro. We
enjoy
need
their
y'all to
life
teach us that.
and their freedom. That's why you need to pick up a book, brother.
It's your
Pick
responsibility
up
to
a book.
learn.
I
Those the
picked up a
ones.
lot of books,
When
John.
it
I'm
goes
sorry.
down, them gonna be the ones standing next to you, the
And
thugs. Them the
Can
ones
I
gonna be putting
add?
in
Hold
work.
on, Mr. John. Can I add? It's 205 people in here. Can we get to 100 taps? And whenever you all have time, I want you to research the Hart-Celler Act of 1965. That's how immigration reshaped America. That's why we have so many immigrants in our country today. I'll land.
What I'm trying to tell you this, brother. I don't isolate myself from none of my people. The good or bad. I just deal with them different. But I'm never gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna have nothing to do with them. They don't fit this model. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Cause there's gonna come a time you're gonna need everybody.
Right. I agree with you, John.
And,
Can I ask
and
you a
now,
question, John?
and now, since it been like that, it's gonna stay like that. Everybody hold their own nuts.
And
Everybody
it's
fight
cool.
for their
It's
own
cool, Miss
stuff.
Love.
Because of
It's cool.
exactly why. Hold on, Jeff. Exactly why you had to explain that, John. It's too late. They ain't been wanting to know. They ain't got to know now. Everybody can
Okay.
fight on their own.
When
Okay,
I went to
Miss Love,
school,
can
I
I ask
hung with
John a question?
everybody. I hung with
John, can
everybody
I ask
that
you a question?
respected me. It didn't matter if you from the hood or the suburb. If you
John, can I ask
respected
you a
me, you
question?
was okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, so who you think get more praise? The one coming home from prison get a bigger party, or the one coming home from college?
Of course, we know that this culture promotes it promotes ratchet. We can't deny that. I'm not gonna
Hold
say it.
on.
Hold on, let me
Hold on.
finish. Let me
It's all
finish.
these little smut
Hold on,
magazines
brother.
is ran by immigrants.
Let
So
me
okay, the shade room, what is all them little things like
Baddies,
that. So don't even
let me
yeah.
balloon
finish.
pop.
Don't
I'm not
even
saying.
put that
Listen.
on we promote the
Hold
degeneracy.
on. Hold on.
It's
Hold on. Hold on.
immigrants promoting the worst of our community.
But what
It's
I'm
not
trying to
us
tell
sitting up
you,
there
you're
making
not
whole
seeing.
blogs and magazines, the
I'm
shade
trying to get
room.
to that, sister. You're not seeing the
Yeah.
unseen hand. What you're doing, you're hurting. You hating the puppet, but not the puppeteer. And that's how I designed to get you to hate the puppet. What you don't see don't bother you. It's what you see.
Hey,
HATV, I love TikTok
And
shops.
it goes back to the plantation. What the plantation owner would do. That's the reason why most of the plantation owners never whoop their own slave. They got another slave to do it to get you to hate your own. And that's
All
what
right, got you, John. One
and
more
you see.
question, John.
hold
Now hold
on,
on,
Mr.
just for
John. You have to spell HATE or I'm gonna drop you. All right.
Okay.
hold on, Mr. John. Can I clarify something about the hood? I want to be very, very, very clear about the hood. I'm not saying that I don't hang out with my kids. Can I hang out with people from the hood? Being from the hood is not always a choice type of thing. It can be just situational. So I know a lot of people in the hood. I kind of even grew up a little bit in the hood. PG County has a lot of hood spots. It's more so you can be from the hood and be the greatest person ever. Like, so I'm not here to say, oh, if you're from the hood, if you like, that means oh, you're not a good person. I don't want me or my kids to be around you. That's never what I said. I'm more so about morals and character first and foremost. That's all I'm saying. So I want to be clear that I'm not here to say any black person in the hood is a bad person. No,
I mean,
I just want to be
people
clear.
Landry,
always kill me
I grew
talking
up in the
about
hood.
morals and this and that. Y'all morals can be very suspect. The history of what y'all be doing over there, and y'all want to come to America and talk about morals and this and that.
Okay, Miss Love, you keep
Well,
talking about our
Landry,
history.
I
Okay, go
want
ahead.
my
No,
Miss
I'm
Love,
kids
just
can
to
I ask you a
saying.
question,
experience.
Miss Love?
I want my kids to
no, let
experience
me ask a
everything.
question.
I don't want to
Landry,
be naive to the hood. I want to be naive to the suburb. I want them to have a well-rounded mindset,
Nah,
which they
me
can go
too.
in any space and navigate. And that's why I would never isolate them. Tell them to
But
listen.
John, would you
Don't
let your
hang with those
kid
people,
like, you know what I'm
because there's gonna
so
saying?
come a time when you're gonna have to deal. Your children's gonna have to deal with those people, and they're gonna.
do y'all think that the hood is poor? Because hood is short for neighborhood, which I grew up in and I still frequent very much. And it was never degenerate like you're saying it was until certain people came into it. I'm just going to say that. So do you think the hood is poor?
No, I mean, again, my understanding of hood, for me personally, growing up here, like when you say neighborhood, that just means your neighborhood. But when you said a hood, I think you're being specific to somewhere poor and possibly like not always safe.
And that's the
All right.
problem because
Hood
I
is
just
just short
told
for
you
neighborhood.
hood is short for neighborhood. That's how we termed it. I grew
Yeah,
up
they just
in
took
the
our word
hood
and
with a
demonized.
mother and father who worked for years in the hood. We didn't try to move out of the hood. We had a very nice house in the hood. And I went to school in the hood. I worked in the hood. And then when I finished, I went to college in the hood. And we lived there with money. We dressed nice in the hood. That's why I'm asking you, do you think the hood is poor? Because if it was, why would the Chinese want all their beauty supplies there?
Now you're right. See, I learned. Me. Every time I always heard the term hood, I always associated it with like a bad neighborhood, if I
Right.
can put
Like
it that way.
helicopter
So
doctor said, you
Because
can't
they took
disassociate
our
hood
word
and
with
ghetto.
them.
Miss Love, we have 2 new people on the panel.
Okay, y'all can go ahead. Y'all run it. I'm gonna be quiet and drive.
Mr. Kamen, can you
Oh, I
answer the
mean,
prompt?
and sit in the passenger seat. I love TikTok shop.
Okay.